I'm trying to get better about it because I can preach all this stuff about work-life balance. But frankly, if there's an email or a text come through, I respond to it instantly because I don't like a checklist hanging over my head. I like to get things done right away because then you can literally forget about it. It's done. If I can't get it done right away, I put it on a list that I have on my phone. That's just always a running list. I always have about 30, 40 things just circulating through there. And that has really helped me get a lot of things done. We all have the same hours in the day, but I found entrepreneurs tend to manage time very well. You can get a lot of things done just by doing it right away and not putting it off till later. But I do think I need to get a better work-life balance. And that was one thing I realized, Bryson had his accident and I was like, oh, this something that I've pretty much made my whole life around work. I'm the one that I've always been the one that would want to work. Bryson would love to stay home. I could never do that. Power to people who can. But it finally was a big eye opener for me of like, you know what? I don't want to, this might sound even harsh, but this doesn't really matter.
Right.
It does.
Right.
Because it provides a life for my family and I like being able to, I like what I do. But really,
yeah.
This family is the most important thing. So I'd like to get more present and I'd like to say I have been, but
yeah,
I think I had that for a little bit and then it's kind of gone back to how things were.
Yeah, you don't lay in your deathbed and go, God, I'm glad I worked those extra hours.
I wish I just would have put in 3 more hours that Wednesday night. I know. Yeah,
I mean, it's
never
all.
do that.
Have you ever read those things that people, have the top 5 or 10 things from a hospice nurse or whoever, end of life statements, and one of the biggest things is I wish I would have spent more time with my family.
Yeah,
we do all this for a reason,
right?
And the toys and the lifestyle and the security that finances bring is wonderful. Security being number one, in my opinion. But, something can happen. Bryson had an accident. I mean, that could have all been taken away in an instant. And you would forever regret not spending the quality time with him or your children or your loved ones in that regard. And so there is absolutely a component of finding that balance because that's what we do this for, right? We have to reshake that every once in a while because we get so hyper-focused on, we got to get this done, we got to get this done, we got to make money, there's the next step, and da-da-da-da-da. And you got to take a step back and breathe and go, what are we doing this for? And why? So
maybe one day we'll be able to take Sundays off.
Right.
Well, Chick-fil-A does, and they seem to do
and they
pretty
do
good.
Just fine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's another realtor up in Durango that takes Sundays off. And,
he does.
And
he's one of the most successful ones up there.
Yeah. So establishing boundaries in that regard, parameters, maybe self-parameters. And for all the new young realtors, when I say young, I'm talking about young in their career, that come into this business, establish your boundaries sooner than later. And I get it. You got to chase the business. But the sooner you can start implementing, hey, this is my time, this is my family time, the better you are, the better you can spend, the better quality time you can spend with your family and your loved ones, but also the better you can serve your clients. Because when I'm burnt out, I'm not on my best. I'm not responding well. I'm short. What do you think, Shannon? Do I get a little curt sometimes?
Well, I think we all do, but it is very true when they say, you can't pour from an empty cup. And so, when there's just nothing left of you and you are tired and you've missed everything important that week with your family and you're just starting to get resentful to everybody that calls, how are you serving them well? You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. We want to show up with a great attitude. Hey, I'm your partner. I'm here to help. Let's go, find that house. Let's go get that sold for you. Whatever it is, that's the energy we should be showing up with. And sometimes you have to take a break to be able to do it. We all get burnt out.
You got to recharge a little bit. You always know, because I reach out to him like, Shannon, I think I need a break because I'm starting to get a little ugly. Starting to get a little ugly at people.
I think we all do it. We start getting a little short with people and you realize they have no idea how difficult my day just was. It's not their fault.
Sure.
Mine is the notifications get overwhelming. The emails, the texts, the phone calls, the voicemails, the Facebook messaging, that's how I know whenever I'm getting burnt out because I'm not instantly responding.
Yeah.
And then I forget about it.
Yeah.
Not often, but that's how I know. But it builds up. Exactly.
Yeah. So the whole do it now thing is really critical for an entrepreneur. Do it now. If something, you don't want to touch things 2 and 3 times, touch it once, respond, get it done and move on. And there's an art to that.
I think sometimes people also don't realize how many people we connect with every day, you might say, well, this realtor had, 3 deals this month, and that may not seem like a ton, but they don't realize like how many people we're connecting with every day, whether it's, 10 different people from each of those deals, plus a million just calls that come in. Hey, I'm just asking about this place down the street. Oh, you do already have a realtor. Okay. Well, I just took 10 minutes of my time, or, somebody calls and just wants to know, like, how do I get pre-qualified? Okay. Well, let me give you some information. We'll talk for a while. I'm going to, get you over here. How many people we talk to throughout the day to just keep business going, keep things in the pipeline. It's not just about working those 3 deals maybe that you closed that month and you think that, that was very successful, but they didn't work that much. It was just 3 deals. They don't realize how many people we touch during the day, how many people we really talk to.
Yeah, because you're absolutely right. It's not just the 3 deals that you're working right now. You're trying to get the business. You're chasing all of the business out there to put 3 more deals behind it, or 4 or 5 or whatever it is. And then all the deals that close and all the past clients and all the conversations that you're having post-closing. People call and say, hey, how do I get a hold of this person for this thing? And you're spending 20 or 30 minutes. So you spend 20-minute call 3 times, that's an hour of your day. That's
and
gone.
While we enjoy that, like I want my past clients to call and ask things or just chit chat. I want that, and I want other people to call and ask me a question. So it's not that we don't want that. I think sometimes people don't really realize how much time we spend during the day just touching a million things that aren't even a deal that we're working. Just touching a million different things.
Well, that is fascinating. I love it. But I'm going to move us to the speed round because this is going to be a fun one. You two have to think on your toes a little bit.
Oh, no.
We should have read the notes. I did
never read the notes.
So,
been prepared.
So what is your best analogy of being an entrepreneur? And if you want me to kick it off, I'll kick it off.
Okay.
Because I've never used this analogy before. But we've spent some time out on the lake, and I almost feel like it's wakeboarding a little bit. You get behind that boat and you're all anxious and you're excited. You grab onto the rope, you scream, let's go, right? Or hit it or something like that. And next thing you know, you got waves and water going up your nose, and then like you pop up. So you struggle, you pop up and you're like, yeah. And then you face plant.
Right.
And then, right. And or you go the other way and you get a water enema. That's terrible, but it happens. Right. And so that's entrepreneurship, because then next thing you know, the boat's coming back around, they're handing you the rope and you're like, let's do it again.
And you're like, I know what I did wrong now. Yeah. Let's get back on.
So we're going to have some fun at this no matter what. So that, that would be my best analogy for entrepreneurship. If you're not an entrepreneur, maybe you can relate. Who wants to go with their analogy?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't have one.
Well, yours is better than the first thing that popped into my mind was actually, it's a joke by a comedian about having 3 kids, but I'm going to change it to this. It's like, and it was, imagine you're treading water, you're doing a great job. And then all of a sudden someone hands you a rock. It's like, and I'm like, that's kind of like, you're like, okay, I got this. It's easy. And then all of a sudden it's hard again.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not even hard though, necessarily. It's just like you have to keep going. You have to always kind of be on, which is exhausting.
Yeah.
And
that's actually really...
I'm like, but I don't have a fun side to my analogy. It's just like, now you're just treading water with a rock.
Right,
so.
I'm just drowning.
You're going to die or you're
I like how Ben thought about this though. We had or get stronger.
Yeah. But that does make me think about that, because that's really good. But I've also seen those analogies with people. They talk about like ducks, they're just calm on the surface and they're just floating on the water, and underneath they're just, they're doing this the entire time. And that really is a lot of what real estate is.